I bring to order the Berlin Cable Access meeting at 6:03 on November 23rd, Monday, November 23rd. Oh, geez. I also have to do the minutes.
Well, it's being recorded, so.
Okay, all right. That's good, okay. All right, so should we just, our first and main line of order is our budget.
Mhm.
I
June
would
is
say so.
wonderfully here to help
Thank you. Ju-
answer questions. All right, so June, I do have my forms from last year. And I actually ended up just printing out the forms for this year. But I don't know if I'm missing something. Like I was just telling Brittany, I'm not sure if I should have or do have like do we get like a certified form or something after we've gotten our budget approved?
I don't know if Eloise would have sent it to you where it wasn't an actual line item,
Right.
because
okay.
yours is pretty much coming out of your, the grant fund,
Right.
the PEG grant.
All right, so I don't have to have that.
I can actually email you if you want me to. Can you see this little?
Yes,
Yeah. So I can email that to you if you want me to.
that'll be great. So my other question is that like our final like bottom line? Is that it?
You actually, yours was done in a separate article on Article 16 of the town meeting,
Right, I have it
where
right here.
they appropriated, and I just based it on what your budget request was. Yeah. I just based it on what that was, and I kind of separated it between the payroll part of it was for 7,020. And your regular expense was 52,500. And then you also have the appropriation of the
40,000.
40,000 for the hardware.
Okay, that helps. That helps a lot. So then I'll just fill out these forms and get to the 52.5 and then the payroll.
So that would come out to your, what, 59,520.
All right, yep. That would end up being that. With the payroll, since we don't really have an employee right now, can we still fill that out and still keep that position?
I would say it depends on what your plan is for next year.
Are we setting like, as far as FY22 goes, is there like a guideline, like we assume that COVID whatever will be in place all through 22 or halfway through, or
Oh,
is there
I hope
Like the
not.
protocols? You mean
What's
like
that?
I really hope not that it's going to be that long, but
No, I'm just wondering because like if it went back to in-person meetings, then yes, we would be paying an employee to record, but if it stays Zoom meetings, we wouldn't, you know?
But I have a question about that though, Brittany, because I would
Yeah.
like to have an assistant do more than even just videotaping, because
Okay.
I need help.
Okay.
So if we could even just give that person some like other assisting jobs.
Administrative
Yes,
duties?
yes.
Okay.
So that's for us though, right?
Okay.
So we obviously will probably still try to have a person. We just don't have that person right now.
then I would say probably ask for it.
Right, in
Peop-
worst case scenario, then you don't use it.
Exactly, and it just goes back into your funds at the end of the year if it's not used.
Yeah, because I think the whole thing's going to stay the same anyways. I don't think we're going to change the budget from what it is.
Yeah, the only thing that you have to keep in mind, well, you did have the $40,000 appropriated
Right.
Yep.
to do the hardwire. I don't know if your plan was to continue that, this year, or if you don't, then it'll roll back and you'll have to reappropriate it for next year.
Right. I think we're planning on still spending it. But I don't know if we might need more or, because I think, so pre-COVID, the plan was like to set up, like normal meetings, just set up those rooms with automated camera, yada, yada, yada. But I'm thinking that probably this virtual portion of public meetings is probably here to stay in some capacity, sort of like hybrid meetings, like the board meets in person, but then people can Zoom in to participate or whatever. So that sort of changes what equipment we might be using or whatever. It might make sense to put in an article now, like as a placeholder, and like we can just table the article or, remove it when the time comes.
Yeah, your biggest thing is going to be is that where it's already been appropriated, it does go away as of June 30th.
Right.
this
What
coming-
I'm saying is like maybe we could use up what we have
Yeah.
for June 30th, but we might need additional stuff that's going to cost more money. So I'm
Yep.
saying maybe we put in another article for additional funds to complete that project or whatever. And if we don't end up needing it, we can just, table the article and ignore it.
Yeah.
But that way,
Um,
like just put it in now so it's safe.
I was going to say, because I think the way it was done last year is that it was all one article, I think.
Right, yes.
Oh,
it was.
really?
So that it
Okay.
said X amount for operating and X amount for the special
Right.
project. Yeah.
Yes.
So either, I
Ex-
guess, two separate articles would make more sense. That way we could just delete one. Otherwise, we'd have to amend an article, and I think that gets more confusing than to just skip over an article. What do you think?
All be one article.
It should all be one, but if we didn't end up needing it, then we would just amend the article at town
No,
meeting?
because of the new way laws that the way that they had set this up is that it's appropriated. If it's not used by the end of June, it just gets rolled back into your grant and you need to do a new appropriation.
Right, no, I understand. I'm talking about FY '22. I'm talking about annual
Adding,
town
adding
meeting.
more, adding another article. Is there
So
is there
assuming,
time though? Is there time even now to add an article to the town meeting?
Right
To the
now, they've
budget?
canceled the town meeting.
I
oh
mean,
no, we're
the
talking,
budget.
yeah. Actually, never mind. I'm sorry. We're just doing our budget for right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
We can worry about town meeting later. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking.
Okay.
Ignore what I said. So we'll plan the budget like we normally would, aside from the additional equipment installation for meeting coverage.
Are you
'Cause the-
thinking that you would need it for this year?
No.
Is that what you were thinking? Okay.
No. I'm just, I was, for some reason, I was thinking that, I was thinking we needed to put in the articles for town meeting right now, and I know we don't need to do that. We just need to do the budget. I was just getting confused.
Do we need to put in its special articles at all? I mean,
Not-
special
Not right now.
expenditures yet,
No.
but that
That-
comes after the budgeting process.
Yeah, we just need to do the budget right now, and if we find that we need additional funds for the equipment installation, then we can do that when they
Yep.
do the articles.
Yep.
So we just need to do,
So we just need to make sure that we spend the $40,000 before
June
June
30th.
June 30th. Do you think that's possible, Brittany?
oh, yeah, absolutely. I was just like, as we've talked about before, I was just sort of waiting to see what sort of solutions to the hybrid meeting setup the different vendors come up with.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just so
New-
new. It's so
new
new.
equipment.
and- Yeah, it's new, and most of the way that different towns are setting it up right now is sort of Mickey Mousing it. And I have a strong feeling that a lot of the software and hardware vendors are going to come up with sort of a all-in-one solution rather than piecing things together. So,
And that will probably be more expensive.
yeah, but easy to use, which is critical.
All right. All right. Now, June, the other thing that I was kind of confused about again was filling out the payroll budget worksheet. Considering sorry, minimum wage is gonna go up.
Yes.
Can you
I
walk me
don't,
through a little bit on
yeah,
how?
I was gonna say, I'm not really sure on, is Christine, is she still working for you or is she no
No,
longer?
she resigned.
Okay. You may want to just do up something called PAF, which is the Personnel Action Form, just to let Dennis know and the rest of us know that she has resigned, so that way there we can take her out of the payroll system. Which is also very good to know because we have had a bunch of fraudulent unemployment claims. So when
That
she
happened to her.
resigned,
Happened.
so yeah, so for us, we didn't know, was she still active? Was she not active? Did she actually file? Did she not? So if you could just do that, that would be helpful.
All right.
And then if you're going to hire somebody, then I would say if you wanted to fill out that that worksheet for the budget, and you can put down like unknown, you can just give a title if you
Okay.
need administrative work. So you could put down and say you want them for, I don't know how many hours a week you would be thinking, or a month, or however. So you can just do a grand total and then just do it at the minimum wage, I think, because I don't think you're going to have to split.
Well,
No, it
minimum-
does change.
It's, yeah,
Yes,
so
yes.
half the,
It does change in January 21st.
half
right?
the fiscal year is gonna be 1350 and the other is gonna be 1425.
So you do pretty much 6 months and then 6 months at the different rates, unless you were going to try to ask for a different rate.
Well,
Because I
she-
think we were doing the lower rate because it was based originally as an intern or something we were working with. So depends on what and how you're going to go about that.
well, last year I think it was we got 1350.
That's
From
the minimum wage.
Okay.
Yeah.
1350, and then it's gonna go up to 425. So 1350 from
For the first 6 months.
which is
And then
So
it will be
from
14.
July, yeah, from July till January.
so it'll be 721 to right.
12,
right?
yeah. No, 7, yeah,
7-1.
7/1/21 to 12/31/21 will be 1350. And then 1/1/22 through 6/30/22 will be 1425.
All right, so that's 10 hours and 10 hours. All right, but that might change our budget then a little. Won't that change our budget?
It might,
Bless you.
bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it might. But again, you also want to make sure that you state on it that it's funded by the
Grant.
PEG grant. Yep.
And okay, you mean like if there's a change on the budget summary request form, have to write up that there's a change
Yep.
because of that.
Just put a little narrative in it. You can just do it up typed on letterhead or just an added thing as to what your plans are, why things are increasing or decreasing.
All right, I'm just taking notes too. Sorry.
Just make sure you're on the right pad of paper.
I feel like it's all over. Am I making noise too on my microphone when I
No,
shuffle the paper? Oh, good, because I hate that when you're like.
no, you're fine.
Increase explanation of increase on another sheet. All right, all right. I think that's good for now. Roger, do you have any questions?
No, so we don't, so if we need additional funds to complete the installation of new equipment.
We'll
We
do the-
don't put it in our budget for the year 2022?
No, we'll do a special article at town meeting.
Okay,
So this is just like normal operational stuff.
okay.
But we have to
Only-
get,
I would recommend that you put it in your budget because the deadline for the capital expenditures is done.
Sorry?
Capital expenditures, as far as any of capital projects going on, you may want to put
For-
it in your regular budget.
Oh, for
Versus-
FY 22?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So would that be under contracted services or?
I don't know. I don't know what you'd be purchasing.
I don't know what we put it in under the previous year, so,
that was
Okay.
a special article. It was,
oh, okay. We didn't have it in.
Yeah, what you have is you have an appropriation article because you don't have line items in the budget anymore. So you have one article and that's where you would appropriate amounts for your operating budget. And then you would also appropriate any type of capital too, which is what they did last year. If you look at the article from last year, it would be the same as that one.
so, but would we just put it, we would just have to write it in separate, or do we put it on this form?
I would say if you don't want to include it in your regular operating budget and you want to do it as a little something special, then I would do it in a narrative and just request it that way.
Oh, okay. all right.
But if you know you're going to need it already, then I would say put in for it now, and you can just say that, right now, tentatively, you're thinking, I don't know, $15,000. And then as we get closer to town meeting, we might be able to tweak it to a better guesstimate, because then you'll hopefully be through most of this year to see where you stand as far as what your project looks like. If that makes sense.
And that we can put into the narrative.
Yes.
Okay. Now, these are all late, right? They were supposed to be due today.
Monday,
Third,
next Monday,
Oh,
30th.
The 30th.
Yep.
Now, who did
Yep.
where do all these forms go? Oh,
Yeah, go to
okay.
me first.
Right. Hi. So you know whether they're late or not, right?
Yep.
In the narrative. All right. I think I took that note. All right. I think I understand.
If not, I'm a phone call away, or send me an email, or
not going on any cruises, I guess, then.
not anytime soon.
No,
They
you
got
can't even
good-
can't go out of state even.
I was just
Oh,
gonna
they-
say, yeah, it's pretty much lockdown.
They've got some pretty good deals, I understand, on the cruise.
I
you-
bet.
Oh, there's a lot of cruise deals right now.
Yeah,
Lots of freebies being thrown in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet.
Very bad, huh? Very bad.
Yeah.
I know. I had a woman in tears today at work because she was all ready to go to Maine to see her family, and they're like,
Yeah.
"You don't come back 5 days after you've gone, and take a test."
So weird, but hopefully we all make it through it, and this will be something to chat about later on,
That's
the
for
next
sure.
couple of years.
I'll write books about it.
And or do
Amazing.
podcasts,
I'm sure it's already being done.
Exactly.
documentaries. We'll do the town of Berlin, how it survives.
Right.
All right. Do anybody else have any other questions of June? Because I don't want to hold you. Do you have to go on to the next, the select?
7:00 selectmen, yep. Just bounce around.
Uh, all right,
I'm good.
let's buckle down because we have to be off by 6:45.
Okay.
You guys are all set? If not,
Yes.
just send me an email.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, you guys
Thanks,
take
Joan.
care.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Have a good Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you all.
Thank
You
you. You too.
Care.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so Pat, you have the approved or whatever the form is that we filled out last year, so we can at least base it.
I
base it off of
do,
that?
but like I said, she made it into 59, 5,020, and that's not what adds up on these
What-
forms that I
On
submitted.
your form, what does it add up to?
48.5.
Okay, well, that's fine. Then we know we can get more, I guess.
I know, we have to
Um,
put it in as, I have to put the bottom line down here is 58, 59.
Well, I don't think we, are they
'Cause
asking
you
us
have,
to do it the same as last year or something?
yes, because you
Level
have to put
funded?
in what you were given. You have to put in what you were given. And then
Oh,
you get the
But they
next
don't-
row.
But you
you
don't have
gotta-
itemized.
No, I don't know what she did. I have no idea. That's why I was like, bye, June, bye.
But don't you have this form here?
So, yeah, but
Yes, I do. I
from
have
last
this,
year.
I
but-
have this from
because-
last year, but it does not add up to what,
But what are those
put in for
signatures on the
us.
paper?
those are Chris Keefe and mine, yes. But they don't add up. I'm telling you.
But she said it added up to 59,520, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well, we can
Doesn't.
fudge it. Can we just
It
fudge
doesn't.
it that way?
I just, I just am baffled. I'm baffled. And I'm
Oh.
overwhelmed too, as usual. Yes, we just have to add it up to, does anybody have a calculator?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, just let's write it down then. Okay, so full-time wages are supposed to be,
We don't have any full-time employees.
I mean, part-time wages.
Oh.
Part-time wages were appropriated at 6,480, as far as I know.
I thought she said 7,200.
Okay, 7,200, let's put that down. Part-time wages. All right, then nothing under advertising, contracted services.
That's me. And I think
We
I'm
have-
way over what we budgeted for, I bet.
18,000?
I don't know. I mean, my invoices have been way higher than normal.
Well, we have budgeted 18,000 for the year.
I don't know. I mean, let me see. That one was, I'm just looking to see like my last one.
Generally, it's 2,000 a month.
Yeah, these,
2,000,
the last two
2,500.
have been around like 2,300. So that's more like 20, it's over 24,000.
Yeah, if it's 2,000 a month, then it's,
Well, it's 2,000 and like change. So
Well, we can't put down what we actually do. I can only put down what we were appropriated. Do you see what I'm saying?
we have
Do
to copy,
do we
we
need
have
to?
copy from last year? It has to be the
Yes.
exact same?
You have to put what you got, what you appropriated on this form.
Yeah.
You have to put down what you appropriated. So we're trying to
Right.
figure it out and make it add up to. the
Oh.
59
Sorry,
too.
sorry. Okay.
And then we do the request. So do you
Okay.
think that we need to go up in the amount for your
That
services?
they appropriated? Or you mean for FY22?
22.
For 22, I think it
No, what they did
Oh.
for this year, what we got for this year. We have to write down what we got, what they approved for this year.
I have
Yeah,
no
we-
I have no recall of like what we put down. So
I know that's,
whatever you have on the paper.
but no, it isn't. That's what I'm trying to say. If you have a calculator, it has to add up because it doesn't on my form. It's not adding up to 59,520. So somebody needs to help me by having a calculator and add it up so that it can, somehow it needs to add up to that. But
Well,
on this form that I put in last year, it doesn't add up to that.
I
Okay.
have you down so far as 25,200.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so add another, do you have, so you have the salary, part-time salary, right?
Yep,
You have the Brittany's 18,000, right?
yep.
Do you have 500 for postage?
Nope, I'll
Okay,
add
go
that.
fi-
Okay,
Put down 7,500 for other services,
How much? 74?
75.
75.
Another 500 for office supplies.
okay.
Another 20,000 for other supplies.
20.
Hey,
Okay.
That was for new equipment and stuff like that, right?
right. Just
Yep.
in case. Those are just in cases. So we could access the money.
Okay,
So what does that add up to?
I, I've got 53,700.
All right.
That's not what I had.
53. Oh, what do you have?
I had 54,200. Now I need to add it up again. I trust Roger more than I trust me.
53,700. So somewhere we have to add another $6,000.
Let me just redo it here.
Hmm.
53,700. Is that what you had, Roger?
Yep,
Okay, I got it that time. It was my mistake. I
so
didn't make-
June had said 7,200. Then there was something, was it 5,250? And that came up with the 59, no? No,
No, 7,200. No, and I had 48,500. So I don't know. I'm confused.
What is our total supposed to be?
59,520.
Yes. So we need to put in another 5,820 somewhere. I don't know
20.
where they put
Where
it.
did the $20 come from?
I don't
That's
even
bizarre.
know.
Yeah.
How about make the other supplies 20,000?
It already is 20,000.
I mean,
Yeah.
25,820. How about that?
Would that get us where we need to be?
I think so. Will it, Roger?
I got lost in the shuffle.
Okay, so
Um,
add,
We need to add an additional $5,820.
yes, so that's what I did. I put it under other supplies. Remember I said 20,000? Add 5,820 to that other one.
Okay, and that
other
came
supplies.
out to 59,520.
All right, then that's it, 59,520.
Okay.
Okay, so now, do we need to raise your contracted services?
Yeah.
What did we put it to? 25? 20,
5 would give us
25 sounds like a safe number.
it is, but at the
Too
rate
safe?
that at the rate that my invoices are right now, I would exceed it. But I mean, we're not like held to it.
okay, should we
So-
go to 30?
That would probably be safer. Like I highly doubt that we would get that my expenses would get up to 30.
All right, so we'll request 30, but we'll have to say why.
Because all the effing meetings are virtual.
All right. Anything else that needs to go up? Oh,
got
the
twen-
stupid, this thing, the,
Wage.
yes, part-time wages worksheet bullshit. 5 and 20 hours, so 10 hours. I'll have to figure that out. Does anybody else want to do one of these sheets? Write up a narrative and do all that by Monday? See, this is why,
What do
would-
you write the narrative? You just write the narrative yourself, or there's no
All
form
right.
for that?
in other expenses, I gotta have to add, how much more should I add, Brittany, in other expenses?
For
For
FY
the,
22?
yes, for the the cameras that we're gonna put in. How
Isn't
much
there,
more should I put in for that?
isn't there
How much?
20,000 already in it? From,
But that's our usual, just in case any of the other machines break.
oh, okay.
But remember, she said we have to put in our budget.
She
Yeah.
suggested, yeah.
Yes,
What did we get appropriated? Was it 40 or 30?
we have
for
40
last year?
appropriated, 40.
I don't know, another
20.
20?
All right, so I'll put,
I mean, I
Um,
don't, we might not even need it at all. I don't know.
well, I can just
But-
put another 20. I mean, and
Yeah.
then write in the narrative. And if we, obviously, if we don't spend it, we don't spend it, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Right.
And it goes back to our account.
right,
Correct.
Yeah.
It's not tax money anyways.
right. And I, with all the bullshit that they must be going through, I really think that we should be the least of their problems.
All right.
Really?
I'm pretty sure we are the least of their problems, but
I just said, excuse me, public. I said a very bad word. If there's
Fine.
children watching, please.
There's no
tell them
children
that-
watching. I'm sorry.
Well, it's
Mhm.
recorded and put on YouTube, and then
It is, but I promise you, children are not going to use their free
they
time.
won't go through the
They
middle
will
of
come
this.
in and read it.
There
It's just
won't-
not going to
there
happen.
Won't be a lot of viewers.
I'm afraid not. No.
No.
Okay.
I did view your the Veterans Day program.
But there was 2.
There was
Which
2,
one?
yes. I watched them both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good, actually.
Oh, thanks. Pretty
Yeah.
good, actually.
And you had like, I don't know, it was over 60 on each, 63 or something on one, and
I haven't even looked, actually. Let me see.
Views.
yeah.
97 on the one that I spent a really long time working on, and 77 on the actual ceremony day of.
So that's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. See how many people watch our meetings.
Did you talk to the person that might want this position that I want her to have, and then I can ask her to do these?
Well,
things?
she manages the 1870 house. I don't know if she'd want to do administrative stuff.
Well, that's
Our cable
I
committee.
I can't. I have to tell you, if I don't get help doing this, I'm not going to do it anymore.
The
December will be the last, because I
Okay.
can't do all this. I just can't. There's just too much. And when I'm not getting the information, I'm not I can't get into the building. I'm not getting information I should have. So I can't do it. So we need somebody, you need to either start doing it more, Brittany, or we need to hire somebody that can help you to do that stuff. So, and somebody should come to these meetings and help take minutes, and because I can't take minutes and do the budget and
Yep.
run the meeting at the same time either. I can't do all this stuff. It's just not working.
okay.
Just not working. So if somebody doesn't want to do videotaping, then we might, I don't know.
If it's an administrative position, we probably have to write up a job description and advertise.
I'm not doing that either.
I can do that.
Yeah, but the problem is you can do that, write that up, but I can't be going to the selectmen and then to the other meetings and to get another position. That took so long,
Yeah.
so much work. I don't.
It's hard when you work 10 hours a day. I know. I work 10 hours a day.
Is it busy at your shop?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I went for my second COVID test today, too.
Ooh,
Oh,
Mine-
that's right. They make you do COVID tests as well, right?
yeah, but mine didn't come back.
Oh. I
Well,
guess
no
no.
news is good news, right?
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah.
Apparently. I'd asked them, so I'm not gonna stop asking. I see every single kid in every single room, so it's up to them. They want to know. All right. We probably. Are there any other questions or concerns, or I'll have to write this up and submit it to June.
So all the other, aside from the part-time wages, because that needs to be adjusted, we're just gonna carry over the other expenses from last year.
Yeah, I would think so, right?
Did they
Well-
request us to level fund or anything for this year?
I think they're asking that everybody does that.
That's not good.
Well, yeah, because
Oh.
we've increased it by 20,000 just in the
I mean, they're
Equipment.
asking that you level fund, but
But
again,
it doesn't
it's not-
necessarily pertain to us because our
right.
as
So-
long as
it's
it's
not
in
tax
the
money.
narrative.
And if you just mention like, hey, it's not level funded because,
right.
Yeah,
Yes.
because June said, make sure you just put in that it's from PEG Access.
Yeah, you guys can do that if you want.
if you send me the narrative from last year, I'll write the narrative this year.
I don't have the narrative from last year. I probably don't have it too because I did a lot of stuff on that computer that's at cable access too.
Do you think you would have
The whole
named it? Do you think you would have named the file like budget narrative or something?
or it could be I don't know if I'll look.
Well,
I
June,
don't know.
June might have a copy of what was submitted last year, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if she'll. They didn't send me anything. She's just going to send me that budget form thing. I already have all the things written down that I'm supposed to put in it, so I can send you a rough draft. And if you want to
Yeah, I can do that.
add anything,
Yeah, I can polish it.
and I'll have to fill these out. Hopefully they're electronic, so I can just put them in electronic. No, they're not.
They just gave me, no, it's just pieces of paper. Unless she sent you an email with forms, but I scanned them and sent them to you.
Oh, I have not gotten an email from her. No.
They're physical pieces of paper.
All right. Well, I fixed my scanner anyway, so I'll get it all scanned back to her. I just got to remember which one I'm doing. All right. All right. This one is filled out. And that one will just add. I have to figure out the part-time wages better because of the minimum wage rate goes
Well,
up. Because that goes up
last year, or the minimum wage is $12
$13.50. Last year it was
by 21. Did we
yes, we had to.
planned for, was there a change?
I don't. What the heck? Yes, it was $12, and yeah, and then you had to make it go up to $13.50.
Okay. So that's complicated.
Yeah, it is. It's a pain in the
So
ass.
how do we figure out how many hours we thought?
So all we did was just put 10 hours for
Oh,
6
10 hours.
months
Oh,
at
okay.
whatever $13.50, and then 10 hours for 6 months at $14.25,
Okay.
and that will be
And they're assuming 52 weeks.
Yes, 52 weeks in one day, but 52 weeks. So 520 hours, so you have to split that up. What, 100, 260? 260 and 260. That's it.
So it's 26 and 26, so just 26 times, where's that?
Well, for the year, it's 200,
Right.
520 for the year, so 260 for first 6 months and 260 for the other 6 months, right?
There's it. Yes, 260.
Times 1350 and 260 times 1425.
So, oops, 260 times 1350. 510, and then 260 times 14.5 is 3705 plus 3510. 7,215
For which one?
for part-time wages for FY22 requested.
7,200 and what?
15.
All right. 7,215. I'll have to make that neater. And put that 7,000. Oh. $215. Change is $15. Okay. All right. So going down what we're going to request is the 7,215 for part-time wages,
Mm-hmm.
$30,000 for contract services,
Mm-hmm.
$500 for postage, 7,500 for other services.
Mm-hmm.
The heck that is. 25,820 for other supplies.
Are you doing office supplies for 500 again?
Office supply. Yes, I have that. That's postage.
Oh,
I don't have 500 in office supplies.
you did for last year.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. 500. 500.
Okay.
28,820, so that it's
25,820.
25,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to add the 20,000 other expenses down
Yep.
at the bottom.
Yep.
And then add that up.
What was the part-time wages?
7,215.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I just lost.
Okay, so that total comes up to $91,535.
$91,535.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that should be interesting. All right. I will rewrite all that and put together a narrative. I'll send you a rough copy of the narrative and you can make your changes.
Okay,
And I think that should do it. Thank you so much. That was a big help.
no problem. All right.
All right. So I close this, I call for closing of this meeting. Do I hear a second?
Second. Oh,
This meeting has been adjourned.